And we're off. So, what are we expecting from this match? Jelle is playing his pretty much at this point trademarked Esper Blink list. We saw the spiritual son of that in the hands of Aaron last round, and we'll see if it does better things for Jelle in this round. He's playing against Ronny's black-red aggro pirate list, if I am not mistaken, and we are starting off with a Fnatic Firebrand to make it very clear what the pace of this match is going to be, if it's up to Ronny. Hey, shouting and pinging can be the same thing. Leave me alone. Okay. We have a scoundrel getting fatal pushed.
This is Sparta!
As these players are flying through the matches, apparently Jelle has a an apartment date, a restaurant date later this evening, and was hoping for a quick end. Forerunner gets essence scattered here. We're flying through these matches. And so far it's looking pretty good for Jelle, who wouldn't like anything more than for Ronny to do nothing for 5 turns so he can cast his hieroglyphic illumination here cycled. So Jelle seems to be in quite a hurry, but Ronny is not really putting on pressure, so he's giving Jelle time. Five mana Cloud Blazer number 1. Pushing Jelle to 18 life, very comfortable in the face of this aggro deck. Signaling he has a pump spell here. Jelle doesn't really care about that. I'm thinking that's Sure Strike. Yep, as the Cloud Blazer already did most of its work, so we don't really mind losing it that much. Cloud Blazer number 2, yep, foil one, nice and shiny. And we've gone well past the early game. For Ronny, this is already mid-game. For is already late game, I mean. And for Jelle, this is firmly mid-game. So looking pretty good for Jelle here. He's going to start being able to actually use the card advantage he's been building with those Cloud Blazers. I don't think that Ronny has much overwhelming power to bring to the late game. Dusk Legion Zealot for Jelle keeps drawing into more cards. It's quite painful for Ronny's deck here, where he actually has to give up a card like a Fnatic or a Hoarder in order to get through a Dusk Legion Zealot. Sailor of Means is the same offense. Will pretty much block anything that, well, it just blocks and kills anything that Ronny has available to him right now. Yes, the pace of this match is considerably higher than the other one. It's not only Jelle, but it's Jelle who needs to be somewhere in a an hour and a half. Ronny is playing a black-red pirate aggro. And if the rest of the match looks anything like how this game is going, then I'm guessing we'll have a look at his deck list rather quickly. But I wouldn't disregard him yet. He has the potential to be quite explosive, and Buccaneers Bravado has the capability of wrapping some games up really quickly. Okay. Jelle gets to keep piling on pressure. Ronny's even a bit flooded, it seems, especially for a aggro deck. Yeah, Jelle might have to scoop, or with the break we might be having for dinner and the fact that he'll be the first player in the semifinals, he might make it back after his semifinal to play the finals. Hoarder dies in this attack, leaves behind its treasure, and Jelle doesn't have anything to add to the board. Ronny finally playing that Evolving Wilds, and as futile as it may have seemed, it could have been an idea to play that one earlier to get something out. I don't even know what that card is. Let's have a look at Ronny's deck list. Insult to Injury. So he just insulted Jelle. Just to get to the injury part, I assume. Or not? No. Wait, I must have... or he had a Firebrand. Yeah, he had a Firebrand Fanatic to deal damage with. Okay. Jelle keeps putting on pressure as Ronny seems to be stuck with some rather dead cards in his hand. Again, not... is that the Brute? I don't... what kind of Brute am I talking? Yeah, Headstrong Brute. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. I think I could have played this one earlier already, so I'm a bit confused as to why it hasn't been on the table for a while. And that's a scoop already from Ronny as we're going into game 2. So quite the opposite to the previous game. Also, to answer the chat, why would you play Renegade map rather than Evolving Wilds? Because it's an artifact, and that's one answer. If you're playing Improvise, then it being an artifact makes it pretty good. Also, if it is a it can be your Evolving Wilds 5 to 8 if you don't care about the fact that it's an artifact. It's a pretty decent card, but I think all in all, Evolving Wilds is better and more played. And I'll have a quick look at these players' sideboards just to see if they have some interesting things to bring to the table. It looks like Ronny might have a bit of issues here. He is bringing in some things that change the dynamic of the match, but on the other hand, Jelle has a list. He's just prepared for these kind of aggro match, although he could have a lot more than what he actually has. So let's see how that actually plays out in this match. Jelle already bursting to get back into the game. Ronny taking his time, kind of knows that if he plays the clock right, he might get Jelle to scoop, I guess. I'm going to have a look at what their request is. Apparently, they called a judge to get a drink. Hey. Actually, people didn't realize what was going on. This is match 4 in the quarterfinals, and Jelle is up 1-0. What drink? Water. That's all they get from me. Okay. Ronny kept his opening 7, Jelle down to 6, I think. Yeah, and we are on our way. Duress to see what's going on. Two land, two spell, two creature. Seems good. Fatal push gets kicked. And I'm guessing Ronny will... Oh, Jelle top decks a land. Pretty significant there. And a kite sail freebooter. Kite sail freebooter, taking away Essence Scatter. Was also the only target available to him, but then I thought he didn't have a 3-drop to end up, but he has the Headstrong Brute. So this time Ronny's deck showing what it's capable of. There's going to be a Sunscorched Champion here, which will be a sizable speed bump. But the Brute has Menace, the Kite Scale, the freebooter has... Why is the freebooter not... What? And we have a Hoarder. Keep forgetting what the full name is. Direfleet Hoarder. Sunscorched Champion comes in. Golden Demise gets rid of the freebooter and the Hoarder. So Jelle now has an essence scatter to his name, and Ronny has to make do with that brute pow. Wait, why didn't he play? I'm confused. He had their fleet neckbreaker in hand and chose not to play it. Now he plays it, but he could have played it last turn. I'm confused. Okay, Sure Strike comes in to save the day. 2 for 1 for Jelle, for Ronny, as Ronny is punching through Jelle at this point. For mana, Chupacabra? No, that's double black. Hostage Taker. That's a zombie. What now? Not sure what that token is. That's very unclear. Ah, the Sun Scourge. Yeah, the Sun Scourge. So that's a 4/4. Ooh, and a Buccaneer's Bravado. Gives it +1/+1 and a double strike. Jelle keep getting punished by combat tricks here. Cast out on the neckbreaker. And Ronny now forcing Jelle to play the role of a classic control deck. Well, he would prefer to have it otherwise.
Kun je de graveyard wel zien?
Ja, is goed.
Okay.
So, forcing Jelle to play more classic control deck. Like just playing... but then Angel of Penance, I think. No. Angel of Sanctions, is it? Angel of Sanctions entering the fray. Removed with Moment of Craving and the Pirate Pyroclasm. Buccaneer's Bravado. Bravado played just to push through extra damage, putting Jelle down to 5. And now Ronny aiming to top deck some burn to finish. I'm guessing, but he's extremely creature based. There's almost no burn in his deck, and we have Gonti and Jelle starting to swing back in this match. So this was looking really good for Ronny, and with a few minor changes, it could have already been over. He has the Forerunner now, but he's still playing around an Essence Scatter from Jelle, which I don't think is how he'll get there against this board. Drops to 5, 3-turn clock, keeps top decking lands though. Yeah, you missed the match. This is game 2. Jelle won the first game. Two-turn clock. We've got insult and injury again, but that won't do that much here. Yeah, there's only two kinds of people on the world, those that care for their basic lands and the normal ones. So sure strike to shave off 1 point of the clock, and Jelle takes it 2-0. We're gonna check back with Jelle, and probably we're going to have